Wow. Okay. 48 reviews doing $22,000 a month. 50. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm gonna take you into the computer and show you how I do my product research step by step. You're gonna be looking over my shoulder and I'm going to be showing you all my secret techniques that I use to find those profitable products. Are you ready? Let's get it on. All right, what's going on, my go-getters? We are right here on Viral Launch's homepage, right? If you haven't signed up, please make sure you do so. This is the tool that I use to do my product research, how I do my keyword management, how I look up the whole the average on the markets, how I do my spying on my competitors, and the tool that I use to build my listings, right? It helps you pretty much with everything. It's an all-in-one tool. I strongly recommend you get it. I'm going to leave a link on my description. It is an affiliate link, so it does help me out a little bit, and it will give you a 15% off your subscription. And don't think that I'm only saying you should get this tool because I have an affiliate link for it. It's you can get multiple tools, right? There's Helium 10, which is also really good. There's Jungle Scout, which you can get, but I just feel Viral Launch is the most user friendly in my opinion. So make sure you go ahead and go get that. All right. So to do our product research, we're gonna use here Viral Launch's product discovery, right? We're gonna click on search. And how I do my product research, I like to do keyword, right? Why keyword? Because keyword research is pretty much showing you the whole market instead of just showing you one product, right? And that's what you never want to do, right? You never want to launch a Me Too product, right? Make sure you get that deep in your head, right? So say for example, you're doing your research and you're like, hey, that product's doing very well. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that exact same product. You are going to fail because that product is gonna have more social proof than you, and by social proof I mean more reviews, and it's gonna have a longer sales history with Amazon, right? So you are gonna fall off page one real quick because everyone's just gonna buy that product because it has more reviews. So don't do that, right? You want to find a way to differentiate your product. Once you do find a profitable niche to get into, right? And I have made a video on how to differentiate your product. I'm going to leave a link up there. You can click on that so you can learn how to make your product better than the competition. Okay, so we're gonna do a product research here on keyword, right? And we're gonna clear this so I can just show you guys step by step how I input my filters, right? So on categories, we're gonna get into arts and crafts, right? So why you don't want to sell appliances, because again, you don't want to sell electronics, right? You don't want to sell things that can break easily while shipping, and they're really expensive to get into as your first category. So we're gonna go to arts, crafts, and home. We're gonna go to babies, right? You don't want to get into clothing. Also book CDs, right? They're all trademarked, so you can't really sell anybody else's books. Clothing is hard because each unit has a lot of different ASINs, right? A lot of different sizes. So you have to buy a lot of inventory just to get into the market. So as your first product, I don't recommend getting into it. Computers, no. Again, electronics, you don't want to do that. Grocery, gourmet food, no. There's a lot of rules that comes with selling that, and it's got a lot of liability. So I don't. Yes, it is profitable selling that, but you need to learn. You need to have kind of some experience already with selling on Amazon to get into this category. Health and household, the same thing. Industrial and scientific is good. Kitchen and dining is good. Office products, again, movies and TVs, you can't sell it because you don't own you don't own those movies, right? So you don't have the right to sell them. Pet supplies, yes, even though it is very competitive, but we're gonna go ahead. Sports and outdoors, it's really hard to make money on sports and outdoors because it's all brand dominated, right? Nike, Under Armour, they're all kind of own this category, so I don't recommend getting into that. Same thing with toys and games. It's they're mostly fads, right? So I don't recommend searching that category. Automotive, you can find something every now and there. Beauty, nail, camera, and photo. No, again, a lot of moving parts, right? No cell phones and accessories. Collectibles and fine arts. No. Digital music. No. Gift cards. No. Handmade products. No, because you're not really selling any handmade products. You're selling products that are manufactured in China. Home and kitchen. Yes. Kindle store, no. Magazine subscriptions, no. Musical instruments, no. Yeah, you can see if you can find something you could sell. Patio, lawn and garden, tools and home improvement, right? And there we go. That's what the categories that we're gonna search on are. Now, on average monthly revenue, right? I like to get into markets that are making no less than, 3,500. Right? But what you want to do is sometimes you want to maybe go a little lower, right? So you get that one that's just at 3,500 and you might miss it if you just put 3,500. So I like to go about like 3,498 or something, right? And then the maximum that I do, I like to go up to like 30 to 40,000. Why? Because after you pass that, you get into markets that are making $80,000 a month. That's when the real competition starts to begin, right? You have hijackers that sell under your listing. You have you have really experienced sellers getting into these markets. So I recommend staying off of that route. So we're gonna do, let's say, 34,000 and say 600, right? Let's see that, just a random number. Average review count up to 130. It's a good. Why you don't want a bigger average review on the market? Because that's just a harder markets to get into, right? If all the sellers have over 100 reviews, right? It's going to be a lot harder for you to get those initial sales and to stay on page one, because you got to put your mind in the mindset of the customer, right? Whenever you're buying on Amazon, you're looking at how many reviews that those sellers have, and if everybody has 100 and you just come in as a new seller and you only have 3 reviews, nobody's going to buy your product because you don't have that social proof, right? So minimal price, right? Minimal price, I like to do around like $13 at very minimum, because after Amazon takes out their fees, and then you include shipping fees and plus the price of your product, it's really hard to make any money with products that are selling under 13, right? So we're gonna do, for example, $12.98, and the maximum price, I like to be around like 50, because if it is your initial product, and I'm assuming you don't have that much like funds to play with, then you don't want to get too expensive, because the higher the price, that also means the manufacturer or the cost of the product is going to be pretty high, and you have to buy a lot of units. So I'm doing this video for everybody who I think has like a very low, very minimum budget to start on Amazon, right? Now here's something to think about, right? Now a lot of people are kind of teaching around the same way that I'm teaching for beginners. But if you do have a bigger budget, right, and you can afford buying those average prices from $100 to $300, right, a lot less competition, because not that many people have that amount of money to start, right? So it's going to be easier for you to rank and easier to make money, and those higher priced items also have a higher profit margin, right? So something to think about. If you do have a big budget, maybe switch it up from $12.98 and go straight from the average price of products that are doing 100, that's selling for $100 to $300, right? And see if you can find something there. Because remember, the harder it is to get into a market, right? The more money it takes, the less competition is gonna have, right? So we're gonna just do here 39 or 98 or 95. Say that. And we're gonna come down, and here we're gonna get to advanced filters, right? You simply just click on this little guy right here, And we're going to do. You're gonna move me up here. We're gonna do. We're just gonna do typical, right? Typical, or just it just means that it sells in the same amount throughout the whole year, right? Seasonal items are good if you know how to sell them. Up and coming are good. So I like as a beginner, I recommend you start with up and coming as sell pattern or typical as a sell pattern, right? And then down here, an estimated search volume of 1,000, right? What does that mean? This means that the keywords that this tool is going to spit out is going to be keywords that are getting an exact search march of 1,000. This means that these are the most of the main keywords, right, of the market, right? So 1,000 is where I go in the minimum, and we're just gonna click and show keywords and see where that takes us, right? No, I'm just doing this. This is how I do my product research. I haven't even, so we might not even find a good product, FYI. I'm just showing you how I go through it in my train of thought on what goes behind the scenes while I do my product research. So we're gonna look at lockpick, right? Just open the new tab. Lockpick set. I'm guessing this is the same thing. Starbucks Cup Gold. No, because it's a trademarked brand, so you don't want to sell that, right? I wonder what a cup tisserie is. I'm gonna keep it going. Cup turner for crafts tumbler, right? Okay, so it's for a tumbler. Even though I don't like the fact that this is crafts, maybe it has something to do with a trademark, but we'll see. So nothing with Starbucks cups, right? Because people searching for this are you're looking for a cup that has a Starbucks logo in it. So don't don't um, don't get into that because you will get flagged by Amazon and your account will get suspended if you start selling products that have other people's logos in them. Wraith fan, I'm interested in what that is. Happy Planner Classic. See, Epson ink cartridges. Nope. Why? Because it's a trademark product. Backdoor hinges. Also, I like to, yeah, see, you see here, I like to kind of organize mine by average reviews. That means I have the easiest way of entry into the market, right? So if the average review on Lockpick is 2 reviews, right? That means that if you come up with a better product than they have and you just put it up, it's gonna start selling right away because everybody only has such little reviews. It's a brand new market, right? An average revenue 4.5, so this actually could be really good. So let's go look at this market. Uh, so I'm guessing these are lockpick sets, right? Lock picking sets. And we're gonna come down here. Let's move it down. And we're going to run viral launches market intelligence, right? We're gonna run it on that one. I'm guessing this is the same market, it's just a different keyword. We're gonna run it on this one. We're gonna run it on that one, and see how that does. Okay, so we're gonna look at the market here on the lockpick set, right? So how I like to organize kind of the, oh, I should look. So right away I go into the review section, right? And then I compare it with the revenue. And that's the first step that I do. So you got 9 reviews, right? Look at that. Doing 18,000 a month, 2 reviews doing 3,000, 2 reviews doing 3,000, 2 reviews doing almost 4. Look, I'm guessing this is the highest review, right? And it's sold by Amazon, right? So 286 reviews doing 4,000. So look, 9 reviews doing 10,000. This is great. And then the third step that I do while looking at this data is, let me take out the pictures. This is kind of annoying. Click here. Is look how many times Amazon is on the market, right? So Amazon is in there a couple times, right? So you're gonna look at fulfilled, and then if it's by Amazon, that means that Amazon is the seller. Yeah, it's they're still in there a little more than that I like to, but the reviews compared to the monthly revenue and sold by FBA products, which are on top, is really good, right? So this is something that I would definitely look into, right? And I also like to scroll all the way down to the bottom of page one to see if the sales are going all the way down to the page one. Because sometimes you think you're gonna end up at top of page one, and your sales end up at the bottom. You also want to see like, okay, what is the bare minimum that I can make if I stay on page one? And you do have a couple of listings doing 3,000, close to 2,000. So the bottom is a little low. So we're gonna look at the detailed statistics, right? So what I like to see here on the page one listings, right? I like to see an average revenue of like at least 4,500. So this is a little low for me. And also an average price of like $15 or above, or remember like 13 and above, right? The average review count is really low. This is what I like about this. But the revenue is not doing so well. Some people, like to get into markets that are doing like this, and they don't mind. Remember, this is the revenue. This is not the profit, right? So, rule of thumb, just divide that like around by 3, and that's how much you're gonna be making a month. So some people don't mind making 1,000 a month from each of their products. So that's fine. So yeah, seems like an easy one to get into. It probably doesn't cost much, right? Because now you just have to see like what's selling the most, and then go to Alibaba and kind of find a way to differentiate your product. We're gonna look at this one, Coptizery. There we go. See, Viral Launch gave this one 3 stars, and I wonder why, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna take this out. Okay, so again, we're gonna go straight to revenue. Okay, the top seller has 99 reviews, and it's got $54,000 a month, right? Seems like he's getting the majority of the sales, even though down here we have 12,000, 15,000. And up here it tells you, right, a Copticery, how many searches the actual keyword is getting a month of 2,200. So this might not be the main keyword, and I'll show you guys how I find out the main keyword of the market. But let's keep it going. So you have 4 doing 14,000. This is great. Look, 0 reviews, just launched doing 4. This is great. So let's look at here. The third step is look at the fulfillment, right? All FBA. Look, Amazon is not even on. It's on this twice. So this is good, but I wonder why. How does this? Oh, okay. All right. See, so the search, yeah, it seems to be it's a brand name what they're searching for, right? Which I didn't know. I didn't know where Copticery was, right? So, okay, so it's not a brand name. So it's just a type of product. Copticery kit, cup turner. So the main keyword for this is a cup turner, right? But this looks like an electronic. Seems like it has a lot of moving parts, so this might not be a no-no, but that's how you find the main keyword, right? So remember, it only had 2,200 in reviews, so you want to always grab the main keyword. So the main keyword is cup turner kit, cup turner, right? The listeners are gonna have it like in the beginning of the title, because that's what they want to rank for, because that keyword is what's getting most of the searches, right? So we're just gonna click on that, and here's where you're gonna find out where these guys are getting all their sales from, or most of the sales from, right? It's from the main keywords that are getting most of the searches, most of the traffic, most of the demand is searching this keyword, right? So just remember, when you run viral launches, market intelligence, it doesn't necessarily give you the revenue of that keyword. It gives you the revenue of all of the keywords like together, right? So when you search, for example, cup turner, it does not necessarily mean that they're making all the $54,000 from just ranking on this keyword, right? They're getting most of them because, remember, this keyword has 13,000 searches a month, and remember the other one had 2,000. So they might be getting, a couple from that from from that keyword, and then most of the sales are coming from here, and then some other keywords. But I can show you guys on how I do my keyword research and other videos. I'll upload one, and I can show you how I can dig in deeper and find out where the competitors are getting, where the competitors are getting their sales from. Look, so there you go, guys. 5-star market, right? Even though it is an electronic, so you might want to take your time on kind of sourcing a good product. Read the reviews, and this is the main. But I like it. Look, sales go all the way down. You see the monthly revenues kind of slow down a little bit, but you still have 5,000. 4,000, 3,000, 2 reviews, 15 reviews, only 5,000 a month, right? And as you get to the top of page 1, sales stay consistent. And then look to the main top, 11,000, 12,000, 3 reviews doing 18,000 a month, right? So this is definitely the type of numbers that I like to see. Now you have to find a way to make yours better, right? So make sure, do your digging, go on the reviews, right? See what people don't like about that product and see how you can make yours better. Let's do one more here. This is the same one. So see, cup turner for crafts tumbler, right? So this is the same thing. That keyword is getting 5,000. So this is another keyword where these sellers are getting their sales from, right? So, okay, let's look at. So since that one's the same product, we're gonna exit out of that one. Rave fan. Oh, okay. So it's our fans for raves. I'm guessing it's fans with lights in them and stuff. Seems like an easy product. Wow. Okay, 48 reviews doing $22,000 a month. 51 reviews doing 10,000. This is insane. You look at the top 5. Oh no, see, this is it. So these are the type of numbers that I like to see, right? So sometimes you're gonna get into markets that like the top 5 listings have most of the sales, and then as you scroll down, the sales just decline. You don't want to get into that, because even though it does look good on the top 5, and you're like, I'm gonna get to top 5. It's hard to stick, because those sellers already have a history with Amazon and they were the first to the market. So you really have to come up with a product that it's like you have to look at a product, and then you have to like but there's no way that somebody else is not gonna buy your product, right? Like you have like better pictures, right? Your offer is better. I'm guessing people buying these rave fans are buying it more for the looks. So then you have to kind of do your research, right? What do rave fans like? So the bottom is kind of the review quantity is good though, but the sales are a little low. But this is something I would look into, right? The average price is nice. Remember, so we're gonna go to detailed statistics. Okay. Look, perfect. Average price above 15. Average revenue, look, close to 4,500. That's great. Average review count 9. So and giveaways needed daily to rank, not that many. So this is definitely a low cost and easy entry market to get into, right? Then once you get up, look, 10,000 average revenue. So look at the top sellers, right? And you're like, okay, it's just a fan with lights. They're like easy to make. you know, I'm pretty sure it's super cheap to produce and it's an easy way in. All right. Thank you for watching, and make sure to catch my other videos on Amazon. Thank you for watching, and make sure to catch my other videos on Amazon. And if you haven't yet, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments below, or add yourself to our Facebook group family and I can get in contact with you directly. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next.